Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, I&D Glot Market, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan, and the gang's all here, and let's just dive into the stories.
Thanksgiving week,
we got the parade tomorrow. It's going to rain a little bit, but you know what's amazing is the stores all along Hempstead Avenue have been really brisk, and Reister's parking lot filled up. I&D, I know you had mentioned you were there getting some turkey.
Yeah, first year ever that I'm not making a whole turkey. This year I'm making turkey parts. It allows me to have all the dark meat I want, not as much white meat as I want, and it was a pleasure. I was in and out in 5 minutes.
All right, well, and don't forget, in case you stain your suit, use Tiffany's as well.
Well, you eliminate leftovers that way, hopefully. So
Norm, this story with Universal Pre-Kindergarten (UPK), it's sort of having a life of its own right now, and let's dive into it.
Right. So the Board of Ed is starting to respond to us about where they stand and what they're trying to do. I'm not sure we have any clarity. They seem to have a bunch of partners that are involved in this pre-K program.
Right. So we did get a statement from the Superintendent of Schools, Dan Rehman.
Let me interrupt you just to remind you that, again, there was a vote that took place last week about what to do with the unused seats, which is why we're going on about this. They were going to offer it to Hank, and that got rejected 5-2. So now what did Mr. Rehman have to say?
Right. So this is, quote, the UPK grant is for district use. We partner with CBOs, which are community-based organizations, otherwise known as private schools, to best manage the district's grant. Our state allocation is structured per seat. We use an RFP access to determine seat allocation. There could be a possibility that funding is not utilized. So, and then he goes on to talk about different circumstances where it may or may not be underutilized or utilized to its full extent. I then had a conversation with him on the phone. He talked about 3 new schools that as the UPK program continues to evolve. You have Hank, which is local to West Hempstead. You have Yeshiva Har Torah, which is based in Queens. However, the UPK program is really where you live. And there's a lot of kids and families who live in West Hempstead who send their kids to Har Torah. And then the third feeder is SCOPE, which is a general organization for Long Island for enrichment of kids. So this program is evolving. There is the question of these open seats. Mr. Rehman did indicate that he hopes to bring clarity at the next school board meeting, which I believe is on December 10th.
Right, and in all fairness, it is a brand new program, and they're trying to figure out how this stuff works. So, I'm sure we'll get clarity.
We'll get clarity, and again, the biggest question I guess that's out there is very specifically, the vote was not 5-2 against, but it was 4-3 for. Would they just be able to just simply move that seats? And as always, the answer is maybe. Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? It's very complicated, and we'll continue to stay with the story.
We still don't have any answer as to, at least last year, how many seats were left over, do we, right? We're still guessing as to whether there's going to be 5 seats or 50 seats with no idea.
Well, it doesn't matter. The fact is they were unutilized, so it's wasted money for our community. So if it can be used, it will be used.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. The board probably didn't approve it because they don't know how to do it.
Did the people who voted against
it they can't do it.
Explain their vote? Were they before they voted?
No, there's just the negative vote, and there's no comment. Again, the hope is that on this December 10th meeting there will be some clarity. Just to end this story, there's some important upcoming dates. You have the interest surveys close on December 13th, and that's for the UPK families. And then the survey itself is open from December 16th through January 9th, with the lottery ending the process on January 10th.
Right.
All right, so just in some other news, there was some inspiring moments.
Chestnut School?
Chestnut School, the Board of Education trustee, Mr. Byers-Cole, was in attendance at Miss Clafter's kindergarten classroom, and he was reading books there, and it was really just great to see that you have community members, but you also have people that are on the board who are really interested in the education of the kids.
And that's true of all the board members. I mean, they've always been people who are putting their time and their energy into it. And even though there's been controversy all along over issues in the community, but you have to realize these people are putting in a lot of energy.
Yeah, and you know what? West Hempstead, like all school districts, is a moving target. And we have the faith that the board's going to figure out how to do it and do it with the support of the community.
And they will.
All right. So restaurants in the news. There's this restaurant, Anatoli Mediterranean Grill, which is in where the old I&D used to be by Hempstead Avenue. And, the restaurant still seems to be open.
I think it's Greek food, isn't it?
I believe it might
Mediterranean?
be Turkish, I think.
Oh, Turkish, yeah.
Formerly EJ's
That's
Pizza.
very cool.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Definitely the old DJs.
But according to Newsday, the operator of the restaurant hasn't been paying the employees and hasn't been paying for unemployment insurance. So underpaying, yes. So
Which is definitely a different indication, I think.
yeah. So
It's a tough business. Restaurants are tough.
yeah. Well, yeah. We still got to pay your employees.
Especially for the employees.
Well, okay. Time for us to take a quick commercial break.
Tiffany Dry Cleaner is ready to handle all your cleaning, laundering, and dry cleaning needs. We offer free pickup and delivery Sunday to Friday in all communities. Give us a shot.
So Norm, at the library this Sunday, there's going to be a special concert by Jay Daniels called Over the Rainbow, and he's going to be celebrating the 85th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz and the music of Judy Garland.
85 years. That's outrageous.
Yeah, well, if you're a big Judy Garland fan, then head over to the library on
Just
Sunday.
bear in mind that Over the Rainbow is a completely
That sounded like a much better movie to me. I would rather see that one.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. Okay. I'm still just reeling from the school board discussion. And Norman, local news, local board news, local Boy Scout news. Troop 613. What do we got going on
Yeah,
there?
so one of the members of 613, Isle Traeger, is completing his final part of his Eagle project. They're donating chessboards to the Veterans Center in Jamaica, and that event will be on Friday, November 29th. It's a big deal when you become an Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
And it's a nice thing to be able to give back to the community. They're giving it out to the veterans, and that's a beautiful thing.
All right, well, that sounds great. And, the next story is really going to the birds. So apparently on WhatsApp and on Facebook, there was a discussion about the runaway chicken, and then it turned out to
I wonder
be
if this related to Popeyes.
chickens?
Have they opened that Popeyes
Well,
restaurant?
maybe that's where they're getting the chickens from. I don't know.
Maybe that's the reason they haven't opened yet. All the chickens are escaping.
We still get messages on social media about Popeyes. It's like the longest standing story, and I drove by yesterday. Still, no activity. Yeah. But that doesn't explain the chickens.
Well, I'm not sure if they came home to roost or not, but I do understand that they were apprehended.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not any of your local stores
their freedom was short-lived.
Might be carrying the chickens as future dinners for you. I couldn't.
So we don't know where this came from.
I assume someone was keeping them and got tired of feeding them and just let them roam.
There have always been chickens around the racetrack.
This is crazy. You just let your chickens loose in the neighborhood?
Yeah, but this is a common thing at the racetrack. You ever see you drive past the racetrack in the morning? Yeah, and at Belmont track, they have chickens standing in line at the bus stop. I don't know what that's.
Well, maybe they need to go somewhere. They needed to cross the road.
Are there special bus passes like the seniors get? So you get discount rates for chickens?
Now they're moving into West Hempstead. I like chickens.
Given the price of eggs these days, maybe it's not such a bad deal. I don't know.
Well, wow, that was a crazy story. And you know what? We still haven't gotten into winter, but Little League is starting to sign up. Yep. So Garden City South is now opened up for their April 2025 session, and go up on their website and sign up.
One of the nicest baseball fields, by the way, in the county is Garden City South. It's AstroTurf.
Oh yeah, on Cherry Valley. It's unbelievable.
Oh my God,
absolutely,
so good.
And finally, restorers. There's no specials of the week. Just you're just lucky. Get online and just get the best pies you possibly can, and just move over. Right, Dan? Anything?
Yeah, no, I was there just a little bit before we went to air here, and I mean, again, like yesterday, the parking lot was packed. If you pre-ordered, very sensible of you. They've got a whole area set up for that, and they had like 7 people behind the counter, and it was hopping today.
I passed through Malvern this morning, and there was a line out the door and down the block at the Malvern pastry shop. I was very tempted to roll down the window and say, "Go to Reester's." Much shorter line, more service.
So I went into Reester's this morning to get a cup of coffee with my wife. You couldn't get in the place. I mean, it was, not only was it packed with people, but all the pre-orders were on all the tables, all around the place, you know, floor to ceiling. It was fantastic.
We love to hear that.
Great food.
And finally, Creative Corner, planning a birthday party for young and old. Give them a call, 516-385-8782. All right, Norm, I want to thank you for the very spirited school board conversation, as well, Adam and Dan, and wishing everyone...
Glad to be here talking turkey.
Thank you, and have a great holiday, and enjoy your weekend.
Happy holiday.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, I&D Glot Market, and Reester's Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.
Welcome to I&D Glot. We love our customers. We have the freshest produce. We have all the groceries you need. We have the best cuts of beef, veal, lamb, chicken for the best price. And of course, a bakery department with all fresh cookies, cakes, and freshest bakery item. And of course, with a takeout department with delicious food. If you need to place an order, do it online. We'll deliver it to you, or come into the store and shop. We can't wait to see you.